same song, but brand new dance. I wear out my third second chance. You take my breath and I can't get it back. Might be time for me to face the facts. The best me is with you, but I know I got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why you stay by my side. You and I break our hearts open in half just to see if I won't put them back. No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and I.
Hey everyone, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me fine. Hey Cindy, Susie, Shauna. Uh-oh, what does that say? We got the call. I don't know what John is saying. I'm getting texts from John. I don't know what he's saying. John, come into the chat, John, if you're listening to this, because I don't know what you're saying. Hey MW. Or Susie. I know I said hello to you. I don't know what he's saying. Something about a call. Hey, oh, Autistic Shill, you changed your name. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. It's really good to see you. I just heard the 911 call. I won't be long. Were you saying to cancel this live that started? Like this live won't be long. I don't have the indictment yet on it. Yeah, I like your new name, Autistic Shill. I'll forever call you Autistic Shill though. It's all I've known you by. Yeah, selfie's good. The call. Yeah, I see the call. But I don't know what you're trying to like, what are you getting at here? So if you did have a really good live today, and I can link your live from earlier in the description of this video. But John, let me know what you're trying to get at here. Your dad's name is Dragon. How much time do I need? I won't need too long. This will be quick because I don't have the indictment yet on it. This just got filed yesterday. Give me like, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe, because generally with this stuff, I just get it out of the way and just get to the facts of it, and then that's it. So I've tried pre-records before, but I suck at them. But I am interested to hear that call. But so has anybody heard of the Othel Moore Jr. Situation that happened within the Missouri prison system in December of this last year? And it seems to me, the weird thing is, so when I hashtag this video, I searched through the hashtags to see what's been talked about, and there's like nothing. Nobody's even talking about this, and it's really 9:30. Okay, that works. Nobody's talking about this, and It blows my mind, and I don't know why. This this man's life was taken by horrible ways, and, like, I I maybe I'm being traumatic, but I feel like this is going to be reminiscent of, like, George Floyd level. You haven't heard of it? Okay. I'll go over an article, um, giving over some of the details on it. This man was tortured. Yes, he was. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me switch screens here. Now, his family, from my understanding, has not seen him outside of the prison walls throughout his adulthood. Now he's 38 years old. He is in prison at the Missouri in Jefferson City at the Jefferson City Correctional Center, and he's serving a 30-year sentence. And so all of his pictures that I've been able to find are all old. So I've the picture that you see on your screen. I worked at restoring some of those old pictures today. Um, so we can kind of get a better an idea. And you'll see here in just a second what the old picture looked like. So let me share my screen. Okay. Excuse me. And like always, I don't have a voice, so I apologize. So I'll just go over this with you real quick. And since although he passed December 8th, this really didn't make any sort of headlines really until yesterday. And even still, there's really not much out there. I searched his name without the junior. There's nothing under any of hashtags or anything. So I don't really know why. But I suspect that um or I hope that something uh, is shared more about him because these officers deserve to have their names put out there for what they've done to him. So I'll go ahead and go over this with you. And excuse me. Um, Let me see if I can zoom this in for a little bit for you guys. Okay, it says 5 former Missouri correctional officers have been charged in the death of an inmate at the Jefferson City Correctional Center in late last year at the Cole County Prosecuting Attorney announced Friday. And then it has the names of the officers. You have Justin Leggins, 34, Jacob Case, 31, Aaron Brown, 24, Gregory Varner, 34, have been charged with second degree assault and second degree felony murder. Um, Bryanne, that's the only female of them, 25, has been charged with second degree involuntary manslaughter. And then this is the old picture that I kind of cleaned up a little bit. And then Othel Moore, 38, died in custody at the Correctional Center on December 8th. Is that even scrolling for you guys? Oh, shit. I don't think it is. Hold on. Let me switch screens. I was like, wait a minute. Why is that not? Shit, there we go. Let's try that. There we go. I was like, why is this not? Oops. Hold on. What the hell did I do? What did I just do? Oh, I went to delete one and I deleted the wrong one. My bad. Now this is too big. Go figure. Okay, that should work. Okay, let's try this again. Always something I tell you. Let's see. It says Othel Moore, 38, died in custody at the correctional center on December 8th. He was allegedly restrained in a hood, and it was a spit hood from further research, and then a wrap and restraint chair. But what I'm going to show you real quick is to give you a quick visual of this. I looked these up on what a wrap and restraint chair is. And I'm just going to kind of show you. This is the exact wrap and restraint chair that correctional facility uses. So it kind of goes like this, where you're literally restrained. And I know that he was handcuffed behind his back. Just to kind of give you a, hey, Graham Cracker Skin. I'm sorry I missed everybody coming in. Give you an idea of what that looked like. So, and then after he was pepper sprayed twice during a sweep of the facility for contraband. And then to quickly skip past that, let's see, an autopsy from the University of Missouri Forensic Lab identified his cause of death as positional asphyxia with aspiration of gastric contents. Um, and it says here that Leggins pepper sprayed Moore when he was standing handcuffed outside his cell during the contraband sweep. Documents allege Leggins told Moore to be quiet after Moore briefly spoke to an inmate who was in the cell next to his. Moore looked over his shoulder and asked why he had to be quiet, which is when Leggins pepper sprayed him. Court documents allege the documents, which were submitted by a Cole County Sheriff's deputy investigating, state Moore was being compliant and showed no aggression, and that several other inmates were talking outside their cells and had nothing done to them. Moore was taken to a different housing facility where he was left in an isolated cell in a hood, wrap, and restraint chair. Let's see. Varner oversaw the placement of the restraint device and transported Moore to the isolated cell without seeking medical evaluation, even after Moore stated several times he couldn't breathe. Um, Court documents allege Case pepper sprayed Moore and assisted with putting Moore in the restraint device and taking him to the isolated cell. Brown allegedly sprayed or put the spit mask on Moore's head, even though he knew he had been pepper sprayed. Moore was fully cooperative and restrained at the time. The mask was placed incorrectly, according to court documents, which could have made it difficult for Moore to breathe, especially when he had been pepper sprayed. In an interview, Brown did not admit to placing the mask improperly, but said he asked another staff member to adjust the mask according to court documents. Brown allegedly claimed there is a no best practice for placing the mask, even though the mask came with instructions that clearly stated improper use could lead to death by asphyxiation. Um, and there is video evidence of this, and they have been unwilling to turn over the video from the correctional institution, apparently. So basically, he went over to the medical ward, the medical hospital, and there he was pronounced deceased. So, and a statement from the CEO for the restraint company said that The prison has used that particular device since 2021, and they've flown over twice to train the facility on proper usage. But obviously, that has not um, worked out well for them because there's been several deaths. So, um, and the family also filed a civil lawsuit, civil rights lawsuit against the Department of Corrections and like the director and people in charge there. So, sorry, I had to take a drink. Oh, see, George Floyd 3.0. Um, I'm also going to link a there's the law office that is representing his family, his mother and his sister. They put out a video that goes. Actually, I could probably play a few minutes of it here. Let me pull that up. Let me stop sharing my screen. Make sure I don't pull up my own stream. It's really sad. There he did file a complaint before. Let me show you this first. He filed a civil rights complaint back in 2021 for medical services because he wasn't being provided with medical services. And so this was obviously him. And let me just get to the details of this. It was a grievance for resolution filed March 25th, 2021. It's kind of hard to read. And I found this just on a whim. He's listing the nurse practitioner on it, and it says, oop, that's too much. Plaintiff has broken bones and seeks temporary restraining order or preliminary injunction to compel defendant, nurse practitioner, to refer plaintiff to the appropriate bone specialist for emergency medical treatment to repair bones to prevent irreparable injury thereto from hands being maliciously crushed between iron door port while defendant Paul something repeatedly viciously stubbed his hands with meter cell keys. Is that meter? Meter cell keys? This can't wait 6 to 9 month period required to complete grievance appeal. Um, Additionally, plaintiff's hands are very swollen, disfigured, and may remain crooked without treatment. However, my grievance is pending at this time. This court has discretionary authority to allow this case to go forward to avoid irreparable harm. Evans, and then he cites some case law, which good for him. Federal courts have equitable power to stop ongoing contact or conduct that violates an inmate's constitutional rights. And let's see. This part's kind of hard to read. Like I would have to try to clean that up. But it says like permanent irreparable physical injury, something personal safety. I can try to clean that up later, but um hey Sheila, hey Steven, hey Mia's mommy. Statement of facts on March 7th, 2021 during dinner meal while assigned to administrative segregation cells blah 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 with cellmate Keith, I think that's Keith Green. Plaintiff verbally told defendants Paul whatever, and Douglas Arthur that the actions of his cellmate caused him to fear for his life. Plaintiff verbally told defendants, uh, I don't even know what that defendant's last name is. Hereafter, he clearly knows how to kind of write out legal documents. And Arthur, that the actions and verbal threats made by his cellmate, Greenlaw, caused him to fear for his life. However, uh, nah, oh man, I don't know. And further refused to acknowledge that request, the written request on paper, and told plaintiff to remove his hand from door port opening where feed trays is inserted. This poor guy, man. As plaintiff pled, uh, does that say earnestly? For his personal safety, this whatever that defendant's name, and Arthur began jointly punishing plaintiff for shoving the iron door port onto his hands, yelling, oh God, dumbass, and we're not going to remove you from the cell, so get your fucking hands off the chuck hole. Plaintiff, experiencing excruciating pain, begged defendant, I'm just going to call him defendant, and Arthur to release his hands from the door port. Instead, defendant called someone, I'm assuming those are co-defendants. Bonner and Wixom jointly applied their hand to the door port and began shoving it even harder to achieve maximum pain. Oh God. Defendant, as camera will show, oh God, I hope they get that for their lawsuit. Um, pulled keys from his pocket and repeatedly stabbed plaintiff's hands in viciously sadistic manner, and grating his teeth, stating, "You coward and bitch, I'm going to teach you a lesson." How many pages is this? Oh, it's almost done. Um, Bonner and Wixom grabbed plaintiff's fingers and wrists and twist and bend them backwards and sideways as hard as they could until they cracked. Oh my God. As a result, plaintiff's fingers are swollen, painful to the point that he can barely manage ink pen, eating utensils, and toothbrush. Under uh, something Department of Corrections protective custody policy, staff are immediately remove offender from cell with express that action by cellmate put him in fear of life or personal safety. The bone-breaking degree of force utilized against plaintiff for simply requesting his due process fight to protective custody was both excessive and unnecessary, in violation of Amendments 8 and what is it? 8 and is that 14? To Constitution of the United States. Plaintiff didn't pose a threat to defendants. You know, if he had problems with utensils and stuff, he probably had a hard time writing this. Plaintiff didn't pose a threat to defendants nor the other staff member locked inside of his prison cell. Defendants Bonner, whatever that was, Wixom, and Arthur shoved a deliberate indifference to or reckless, showed a deliberate or indifferent to or reckless disregard for plaintiff's personal safety in violation of Amendments 8 through 14, the Constitution of the United States. Plaintiff requests damages from plaintiffs as set forth, and there's that. Oh God, he has more. To date, 6 weeks thereafter, plaintiff has not received any medical treatment for his injuries to hands and arm. Oh my God. On March 12, 2021, plaintiff was escorted to prison hospital where he was given x-ray of his hands and arm. Plaintiff filed 29 health service requests pleading for treatment of what is believed to be broken bones, ruptured joints. Horizon Medical Service Inc. is the exclusive medical service provider for the Missouri Department of Corrections, to whom plaintiff expressed extreme pain and suffering. CMS Inc. has shown a deliberate indifference to plaintiff's serious medical needs of hospital. Oh, so he's basically going over each defendant. Um, I don't know, man. That's sad. And he's not the only one. Anyways, so basically that's that. I'm going to link the press conference that his family's law firm did about 10 days after um, he passed. And then I'm going to link the one that his law firm did yesterday as well. And I'm going to put both of those in the description. You guys can feel free to watch those whenever you'd like, if you're comfortable with that. And we'll continue to follow this and see where this goes. And I hope that it gains more traction. I understand that he has a criminal past and he was serving his time, but I don't believe that anybody deserves to have their life taken like that at the hands of another, um, regardless, and so viciously like that. So, um, his family deserves justice for this, and he deserves justice for his life being taken so soon. He was only 38 years old. So, um, we'll see where it goes, and when I get I'll grab the indictment or probable cause on it, and we can go over that. I'm sure we'll have more details on it, but it'll be heartbreaking to read. So I thank you guys for joining me on such short notice, and thanks for listening to my non-voice. But um, I appreciate your guys' time. If you guys are interested in going over and listening to John's stream, he's going to be playing the 911 call. And I will see you guys here very soon. Um, if I don't see you tonight, I will see you guys. Hopefully, I'm going to try to jump on tomorrow and just kind of check in and see, since this was basically about Mr. Moore. So, yes, I agree with you. So, and now I'm getting texts from my mother in Japanese. I don't know what's going on. So tonight's weird, but um, we can talk about this in depth further. So if you guys don't mind, hit the like on your way out, and I appreciate your time. And I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks so much. Good night.